Okay. Here goes my second attempt at doing a Guardian crossword unseen and to try and look at the process of how you solve the clues. And today I'm going to attempt today's Guardian Cryptic crossword, number 29,503 by Pasquale. So here goes nothing. Country soldiers in head-to-foot attire. The soldiers can quite often be RA for the Royal Artillery. Don't know why specifically that, but that's often the way. GIs it can be, so GIS. So I think it's most likely to be the name of a country which has some abbreviation for soldiers. There can be men as well, MEN or OR for other ranks, in a word meaning head to foot attire, like a robe. I'll just park that. Conservative members not seeking re-election. Divisive types. Members be legs or arms. Conservative can just be C or Tory. Not seeking re-election. Not standing. Divisive types could be people who divide opinion. Continue. Number 9, across. The source of news coming previously. Press. Pre. Fellow joining farm workers, colourful. Fellow could be man, Don, F, I think. Farm workers, hands. Pickers, ploughers, pickers. Harvesters. Drunk, scowled at, sign of panic maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could be an anagram of scowled at. A sign of panic maybe. Let's use the... we need to get something in the grid. Sign of panic. Oh my God. Last something. Last, no. Waste, something waste. Clod waste. Clot. 4-letter word to start with. Date. Lead. Deal. Seal. Scat. Scott. Lost. Okay, going to come back to that. Hospital, cut back, it makes you laugh. So hospital's often just H, as on the road signs. Cut back, could be a word for cut backwards. Snip. It makes you laugh. 13 across, unlucky for some. Troublemaker, Tom, sinner extraordinaire, in detention. Anagram maybe of Tom, sinner, in a 3-letter word for detention, meaning a troublemaker. Detention in the can, in Continue. New attesters. 1, providing key to understanding symbolic language. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it could be... I've got one. So a new attesters 1. So an anagram of these 2 words, attesters 1, providing key to understanding symbolic language. An anagram of attesters 1 is Rosetta Stone, which was a key to understanding symbolic languages, because it had the same text carved onto it in more than one set of symbols. So they were able to decode them by cross-referencing. It's in my mind, those words, because I'm currently learning German using Rosetta Stone website. Okay, 20 across. Medication is the last word with energy minimal the reverse. Not making much headway here. Attack some person's laughter. Okay. As I said in the last video, pretty much every Guardian cryptic crossword has a running clue. So a clue where the word is running between 2 different other words. And some, in this case, means that. So if you get some of these words, person's laughter, you can see if you start on the O, you get O-N-S-L-A-U-G-H-T, which is an onslaught, which is another word for attack. This one's looking promising. Long something, song something. We'll come to that in a minute. Left, one school with classical architectural feature. Left can be L, A, 1, School is often eaten because that's quite a useful set of letters that pops up into other words, especially backwards. Note. Or it can be SCH. Classical architectural feature. It's like a portico, an arch, column, Ionic columns, Doric columns. There's another type which is a combination of those, isn't there? Can't remember what it's called. All right, let's carry on. Illness with nothing right. Get a mineral. Nothing can be an O for 0, R for right, obviously. Something, a mineral, or something, or. 3-letter word for an illness with OR meaning a mineral, maybe. Let's get going. Understand, look, said, to be needed for floral decorations. First thing I think of floral decorations, bouquets, B-O-U-Q-U-E-T-S, of fits. Why could it be right? Understand, bouquets, bouquets. Like okays. You've got said to be, which suggests it might be a sounds like. What else are floral decorations? Buttonhole. Understand can be get. I get it. Wreaths. Floral decorations. Amphibian getting on with bit of force. Frog, toad, newt, axolotl, holographed. Getting on with bit of force. Okay, I'm dying to do this one in case it's an easy one. What tall man wears for clubs, say? Could it be a long suit? Clubs is a suit. I mean, that's a bridge expression. If you've got a long suit, bid long over strong. Doesn't seem like quite enough. I mean, a tall man wears a long suit. But why is clubs? I mean, clubs could be a long suit in your hand in bridge. So it might be right that. If it were, this would be a U and this would be a T. 26 across would have a T in the middle of it. Amphibian, getting on with bit of force. And 24, illness with nothing right. Frustrating. What about this one beginning with A, 22 down? A story, a tale, about female, or a lie maybe. Alfie, Yes. A story is a lie about female, F for female, gives you a male in film, like Alfie, the film Alfie, which is a film starring Michael Caine about a man called Alfie, a male in film. Slightly over-clued in a way. You could just say, story about female in film. But it just puts that male in there. It's not wrong, it just makes it harder to solve. Because it might think you want an F and an M in there. Okay, so now our mineral or our illness get a mineral is F blank U. If it's suit, what could it be if it wasn't? Flu. Is fluor, Fluor, is that a mineral? Let's have a look. No, not fluorescent. Fluor. What is a fluor? A soft mineral, calcium fluoride, that's fluorescent in ultraviolet light. Voila. So, illness is flu, and then nothing, right? So that question mark is also a bit spurious, because normally a question mark suggests it's something clever or funny in the clue, but in this case, it's just 0 and an O and an R for nothing right. So the question mark doesn't need to be there. It's a little deceptive by Pasquale. Now look at this. 5th, old book, order, library, finally overlooked. Something small being charged. Fifth, like, could begin with pent, as in 5-sided, being a pentagon, penteral or something, meaning fifth. I wonder if that's such a word. Okay, old book. Library finally overlooked. Library finally could just be the letter Y, the last letter of library, taken out of something. Something small being charged, like a sundry, or like a small charge, or oh no, I was thinking about electrons and protons and neutrons, as in charged particles, but a neutron isn't charged. And it almost fits, but it's too many letters. All right, let's have a look at the down clues. Monk offers top university feature. Could be the name of a monk. CAD file. What's the monk who falls in love? Abelard and Eloise. A-B-E-L. No, that's not long enough. Top university. Types of monk. Franciscan. Benedictine. Capuchin. Fits. Ah, yes. So cap is the top. U for university. Chin for your feature. Your chin is a feature. At least it is if you haven't got a beard. Country soldiers in head-to-foot attire now begins with C. Cloak. What? Let's get 9 across here. The source of news. Oh, well, press still fits. Drunk, scowled at, now begins with C. Panic, maybe. Do you have another look at that? Cold. Sweat. So that's an anagram of scowled at, meaning a sign of panic. A cold sweat when you're in a cold sweat. You're panicking. What about this one beginning with I? So could be anagram of Tom Sinner. Ah. Either meaning a troublemaker, insubordinate, But if it was an anagram of Tom Sinner in a 3-letter word for detention, the 3-letter word for detention would begin with I. Ice. Okay, so we'll get 2 down. Worker to abscond, the beast. Ah, got this one. So, worker is often ant or bee. You have a worker bee and a worker ant in those insect colonies. So if you have that, and to abscond, if you're running off to get married, for instance, you'd be eloping. Ant, elope, is a beast. Fairly simple, straightforward one, that. Arch should have started with the down clues. Archdeacon invested in huge kitchen appliances. So invested in makes me immediately look for a running clue, but you've got 3 words, so it can't be because it's only 5 letters. Archdeacon. So there might be, like, sometimes there's, for certain clerical positions, there are abbreviations. So like the Right Reverend so-and-so, RR. The Very Reverend, yeah. So that would be an RR if it was, but I'm not sure if that's the correct shortening. Huge could be OS, outsize, so like a really, really large size of clothing is outsize, can be OS. So, so I guess an archdeacon is venerable, and it's shortened to ven, because if you have O at the beginning, S at the end for outsize, meaning very large, and you put ven in the middle for venerable for the archdeacon, you get ovens. Just going to see archdeacon, see if that's thing venerable. Ven, yes, the ven Dr. Peter Hooper, who's the archdeacon in whatever. Yes, the venerable, abbreviated the ven, is the style usually given to archdeacon. I'm just going to look up OS for outsize as well, because I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, large pocket, half apron, OS, outsize, to fit waist, whatever, big one. Yeah, what does OS mean in size for clothing? OS means a size suitable for many individuals. OS may stand for overall size, but the definition remains the same. There you go. So, if this is a country, it could be a word for head to foot attire. So it could be a country with soldiers in it. So you got an A there, so that could be RA. I'm probably just being really dumb now. Might not be a word I know. I don't know. Anyway, the source of news. Okay, right. Coming previously. Interesting. Pathé. Pathé news would fit. Why is that right? Pat he. Okay. Let's get 5 down. I'm idealist and get changes. So it looks like it might be an anagram. We'll count those letters in it. Brought within the law. Something ized, legitimized, something like that. I think that looks right, actually. So it looks like I'm idealist and get. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you've got the letters from get, idealist, and I'm, and you make an anagram of them, changes, meaning brought within the law, you get legitimized. No, you don't. Okay, I'm actually able to write it out. Okay, hang on. Clear this. I'm idealist and get. So it starts with legit and ends in ties. What does that leave us with? I'm idealist and get. Legitimatized. Is that a word? Legitimatized. Is that a word? You make something legitimate. I guess it is. Legitimatized. Ugh, what a horrible word. Legitimatize. To make legitimate or lawful. Yuck. Legitimatized. Okay, let's give some interesting letters for this 13 across. Troublemaker. It's got a P in it. Ah, okay. So, detention is imprisonment. But why could that be right? So you've got Tom Sinner, your Sinner. So hang on, you've got Sinner and Tom. Oh, troublemaker is an imp. So you've got troublemaker, imp, Tom Sinner, extraordinaire, anagram of Tom Sinner, meaning in detention, or meaning detention, which is imprisonment. Okay, good. About 14 down. Setting apart one so good, holding tongue no longer. No idea. Let's go back to our down clues here. Number 6 now. See me in taverns, getting drunk, making firm assertions. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got, it could be an anagram of me and taverns, meaning make us firm assertions. Something ments, MENTS would leave us with averments. Averment? If you aver something, you say it, you propose it. Is an averment a word? It is. A formal statement by a party in a case of fact or circumstance which the party offers to prove or substantiate. An affirmation or allegation. An assertion, yeah. There you go. So an anagram of me and taverns. Getting drunk, meaning it's an anagram. Giving you a word for firm assertions, an averment. There we are. It's a new word for the day for me. Hospital cutback makes you laugh. Mirth. Mirth, yes, because mirth is what makes you laugh. And H, so if we go backwards, H, and then trim backwards. Hospital, cut, H, trim, back, mirth. So again, this question mark is not used in the normal way that question marks are used in Guardian Crosswords. Cheeky. Right, 4 o'clock. Conservative members, 4 o'clock? 4 across. Feels like 4 o'clock. Conservative members not seeking re-election, divisive types. The fact that it's members and types suggests that this might end in an S. So this 8 down would begin with an S, perhaps. So holy man is a saint, which would begin with S, ST. Unhappy starts to discard his. Uniform. Not sure about that. What about this 10 across with a G in it now? Fellow joining farm workers. Colourful. What about 10 down? Splashing money, go on and help. Oh, this could be an anagram. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So an anagram maybe. Money, go on and help. Splashing meaning anagram. Money, go on and help to create a school of philosophy. So phenomenology. PHENOMENOLOGY. L-O-G-Y, yes, it is. Phenomenology. Now 10 across begins with P. Fellow joining farm workers. Colourful. Pig. Oh. Very nice. So farm workers could be pig men. Fellow could just mean a man's name. Ted. Pigmen, Ted. Ted joining pigmen. Pigmented. Colourful. Again, it's got a question mark. So I think we can learn from this that Pasquale uses question marks differently to other people. So maybe this question mark for previously, coming previously, doesn't mean it's something clever, but it's very strange. Pathé, as in passé, something previous with a lisp. Don't know. Doesn't quite work, does it? What about this? 7 down. No longer wrong to provide force. Extort. Yeah, X is no longer. And we learnt a couple of days ago that tort means a criminal wrong. And if you extort, you're forcing something. Yeah. Holy man, so it's not ST. Holy can sometimes be pi, P-I. Not quite sure why that's right. Why it is. But if it is, we'll look it up. But I don't think it is. The holy man, unhappy, starts to discard his uniform. Uniform could just be you, because I think it's that's the radio alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, etc. I think uniform is the letter U. That's a weird word. D blank H blank. They're right, aren't they? Pigmented and mirth are right. Weird word. So maybe a sort of strange, like a foreign language word for a uniform of some sort. Well, we've had a couple of references to religious things, Capuchin and the Venerable. I wonder if there's some sort of theme here. Is there anything else? Not really. Maybe not. What about this one now with lots of letters in it? Fifth old book. Oh no, we had most of those anyway. Extras. Small being charged. Setting apart one so good, holding tongue no longer. Question mark, which I no longer trust. Perhaps it means setting or setting apart. One could just be an I, as in the Roman numeral for one. So good can just be G, but it could be pi, as I was saying before. So if it was like setting apart, like isolating, or holding tongue no longer. Hang on, setting apart could be isolating. Does that fit? L-A-T-I-N-G, yes. So if it's isolating, why would that be right? Oh, good. I so good with Latin inside it. Tongue no longer, which is, so Latin is a language which no longer is used. Well, it's no longer is spoken. It's no longer a tongue. So there, let's just explain that again. So one, so, G for good, holding tongue no longer. It's not a tongue anymore. Latin. So what about this one ending G blank Y blank? Understand, look, said to be needed for floral decorations. Gaze, nose gaze. A floral decoration is a nosegay. So why is that right? Understand, look. Yes, so. I think that's, should say understands, look, said to be needed. Because gaze, it's like said as a sounds like. So gaze is a word for look, G-A-Z-E. Nose, if you understand something, you know it. So nose gaze, understand look. No, should be understands look, I think. But I'm sure that's right. Floral decorations, nose gaze. Unless there's okay, let's see if this. So tough female interrupted by English politician. So politician is quite often MP. So this could be female, could be a woman's name interrupted by, so around a 3-letter woman's name around EMP, meaning tough. Hempen, like if you have a hen for a female, not a name, but it's a female bird, around EMP, it gives you the word hempen, which describes something made of hemp, but maybe that could be a particularly tough material. Could be a synonym for the word tough. Hempen, definition and meaning of Merriam-Webster. Reject all. Composed of hemp. Nothing else. Let's see. Hempen, tough. Let's see if it is. Yes, fibrous, tough, resistant to cutting or chewing. Yeah, here we go. No, tough definition. Impossible to chew, fibrous, hempen. There we go. Another new word for today. We've got hempen and what was the other one? Averments. Okay. 20 across, I see this, and all I can think when I see that E blank 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 A is enema. Medication is the last word with energy minimal. I mean, an enema isn't exactly medication though, is it? Well, yeah, this is right though. So the last word is amen. Energy minimal would be just E. And if you put that all backwards, amen E, backwards is enema. But I don't think an enema is medication specifically. Enema. Oh my god, could have done without the pictures. The word enema can also refer to the liquid injected, which I guess can be okay, fair enough. So I guess it could, strictly speaking, be medication. Don't need any lunch now. Old socialite has upset gentleman. Rubbish. Oh, I haven't looked at this one yet. Old socialite has upset gentleman. Rubbish! Exclamation mark. So it's just a word that you might use. Might be a synonym for rubbish, like waste, trash. It's not either of those. It might be a word that you use when you want to say rubbish, like bollocks, balls, balderdash. An old socialite is a Deb, perhaps. Ah, yes. So a Deb is debutante, a socialite back in the day when they had people coming out in society. And upset gentleman, well, and a way you might address a gentleman is to call him sir. And if you put upset that, i.e. put it backwards, you get ris, R-I-S, and you've got debris, which is a word for rubbish. Now, what about this? Left? Okay. Oh, God, this is some word I don't know, I think. Left one school with classical architecture feature. So, port is another word for left if you're on a ship. The left side is port. One is an I. So, porte something, like portico. Porticoid? Coed. So a school, a coed is a school. So if porticoed, so P-O-R-T-I-C-O-E-D is a word, oh, yeah, of course. It means having a portico with classical architectural features. So something that has a portico is something that, with the classical architectural feature, a portico, is a building that is porticoed. Hang on. Porticoed. Ugh, another horrible word. Right. Getting there, though. Holy man, unhappy, starts to discard his... Maybe it's a name for a holy man, maybe a Hindu word for holy man or something. Unhappy. So maybe if it, that would be weird if it began with U. Oh, Buddha maybe is a holy man, isn't it? Could that be right? Why? Could it be? Is that how you spell Buddha even? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the Buddha. Okay. Uniform is U, but apart from that, I've got no idea where that comes from, if it's right. Clear for now, but if it was right, that would end in B. No. Oh, maybe Sada. So starts to discard his uniform. So we got D-H-U. Sadhu? Is that a holy man? Sad is unhappy. Let's have a look. Sadhu. Hindu or Jain holy person who's renounced worldly life and practices spiritual discipline. Oh, this is only spelt with one D. Oh yeah, Sadhu also spelt Sadhu with double D, H-U. If it says it in Wikipedia, it must be true. Conservative members not seeking re-election divisive types. Ah, okay. So C for conservative. If you're a member of parliament who's not seeking re-election, you're leaving. So you're a leaver. And a cleaver is something that divides things. So cleavers are divisive types. C, leavers. C for conservative. Members not seeking re-election. Leavers. Divisive types. I think that question mark is more defensible in that one. Okay. Got a nasty feeling we're going to have to be looking up some parsing. And so if that is long suit, as we think, it just leaves us 3 to get. Amphibian. Newt. Getting on. With a bit of force. Duh. Newton. So Newt is an amphibian. Getting on. O-N. Newton. A bit of force. A Newton is the unit of, it's the SI unit of force. 1 Newton is the force it takes to accelerate 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second squared. 5th old book, Penteron. I don't know what that is. So, library finally overlooked. Something small being changed. Ugh. It could be a complete red herring, this idea of it being pent. But order library finally overlooked. Could be RY, because the last letters of order and library. Something small being charged. Could it be some small subatomic particle? Okay. For the sake of finishing this video, I am going to I think that this is some sort of outfit that I don't know the name of. I think this is Pathé, and I don't know why. I think this is long suit, but I think it's a slightly tenuous clue. And I think this might be a particle I don't know the name of. Penteron, or there's the Decameron. Is there a pentameron? Okay, at the risk of making myself look like a total dick. What did I say? Pentaron. See if that's a word. No. No. All right, so what I'm going to do is reveal these and see if I can work out why they're right, and then I'm going to look up why Pathé is right. So, Shador, okay. So Chad is a country, OR is other ranks, and a chador must be some sort of head to foot attire. Okay, yeah, right. Large piece of cloth that's wrapped around the head and upper body, leaving only the face exposed. Well, it doesn't say it's head to foot. Full body length, here we go. Chador is a full body length semicircular fabric that is open down the front. The garment is pulled over the head and is held close at the front by the wearer. The chador has no hand openings, buttons, or clasps. Okay, so that's, as we suspected, something I've never heard of that was fairly easy to pass. So what about this one? Deuteron. Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is the 5th book of the Old Testament. 5th old book, yeah. Order, library, finally overlooked. So Deuteronomy, finally overlooked. So you got an order. Blimey, this is a convoluted clue. So order can refer to the order of merit, which if you've got an order of merit, you get the letters OM after your name. So OM, and then library finally is the last letter of library, which is a Y. So if you've got OM and Y, finally Y overlooked from Deuteronomy, you get a deuteron, which I'm guessing is some sort of subatomic particle. It's the nucleus of deuterium, which is like heavy water, that consists of 1 proton and 1 neutron. So it is charged, it has a positive charge. Deuterons are formed chiefly by ionizing deuterium, stripping the single electron away from the atom. So it's a charged particle. Wow. All right, and the last thing is, why is pathe right and why is long suit right, if it's anything more than what I've said, which I think is a bit tenuous. So let's have a look at 15-squared, which helps us out in all these situations. And we're looking at Pasquale, 29503, that's us. So pathe. Not sure here. A reference to pathe news. Is it a cryptic definition or is there wordplay that I'm missing? Edit thanks to Andrew in the comments. The from surface, we've got the, with PA, press association, source of news placed in front, previously. The source of news coming previously. Like it's like a double. So if you put PA for press association, which is a source of news, in front of the, you get pathe. This is one where the question mark is really genuinely justified, because that is super cryptic of the wordplay. All right, we've got the rest of them, and we're just wondering about long suit. Let's have a look at that. Where is it? Long suit. What a tall man wears for clubs. A definition: games such as bridge, having a long suit means holding a large number of cards and from that suit in one's hand. A tall man might also wear a long suit. But yeah, there feels like there's a bit of missing clue for there. You know, should be lots of clubs, say, having it as a long suit. There we go. It's you have to remember that setters are as human as we are. So some really nice clues in there. Some which defeated me, but hopefully that goes to explain how you get through something like that. Do make a comment below if you have any questions, or if you liked it or hated it. And I'll see you again next time.